Hello and welcome to Expert Link. Today I want to talk about gas meters, I want to talk about systems, and I want to talk about humanity. So stay tuned.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up.
Okay, so before we start, I just want to do a quick check-in. Do you know what? Right now I'm feeling really good. I've been just come back from a couple of days in Poland, out in the wonderful wilds of Poland, celebrating a 60th birthday with someone. It was absolutely fantastic. What I'm doing in the office right now, though, is we're doing the budgeting and planning for Expert Link over the next couple of years, and the potential is phenomenal. I'm so excited about that. So I had the gas man round today, doing some work, and you know, when I first moved into my flat about 7 years ago, I moved in at Christmas and it was really cold, and I've got a ground floor flat and no carpets, or had no carpets then. I didn't have carpets for about 4 years, and it was really cold. And so when I get in the evening, I turn the central heating on full blast just to warm the flat up. But I ran up a debt, and when I couldn't pay my gas, what I was doing was switching the immersion heater on, heating hot water, and then having a really hot bath just to stay warm. Crazy. But I ran up this huge debt, and then British Gas put me on one of those pay-as-you-go meters, you know, those little cards where you take them to the post office, you top them up and you put them in, and you get £5 of emergency, all that sort of stuff. But it costs a lot to run your gas that way, and it's really not practical as well when you've got busy lives. So when I paid off the debt, I rang up British Gas and said, I paid off the debt now, I'm all clear, can I change this meter I've got now with the card to get a proper one? I want to join the real world, I want to pay monthly or direct debit or whatever it is for my gas. They turned around to me and said, sorry Mr. Ford, the system says no, but try again in 12 months time. So 12 months later I rang them up and said, hi, it's Mr. Ford here, this is my account number. Can I change my meter now from a pay-as-you-go meter to a real one, a proper grown-up one where you can pay by direct debit, please? We'll just check, Mr. Ford, for you. Sorry, Mr. Ford, system says no. Try again in another year. This went on for a long time, and until very recently I rang them back up and I said, hi, this is Mr. Ford, this is my account number. Can I change my meter now? Please, can I go from this pay-as-you-go one to a proper grown-up one where we pay by direct debit? Hang on, Mr. Ford, we'll just check the system for you. Did a systems check and a credit check on me, and the response was, sorry, Mr. Ford, you can't have one. So last week I was at a conference or a meeting, a workshop where people were talking about temporary accommodation and homelessness. And it was really great. There was lots of fantastic people there, all talking about this journey of people through homelessness and out of homelessness, things that take them into homelessness and the things that take them out. And we broke up into little workshops, and on my little workshop we had a storyboard to follow, and it was a person that came out of the care system who was also part of the LGBT community, and it was about plotting the journey. And ironically, everyone sort of thought that employment and accommodation was the answer to everything. This is the golden thing, this is it, you know. Get someone in a job, get someone in accommodation, and everything will be fine. And you know, as we went through the different groups and I listened to people speak, that's how most people think, that's how the system thinks. Give someone a job, get them into accommodation, and everything's sorted. But you know, inside of me it was crying out, was actually, where's the human bit in this? Where's the human element? We're focusing on work, we're focusing on accommodation, but actually, what about the stuff that that person has been through, that human has been through to end up where they are? What about the trauma that they've suffered? Someone going through the care system, the rejection they've had to face, being rejected by their natural parents and ending up in the care system. Think about all the challenges and rejections that people get from the LGBT community. All of this, not dealing with that internal stuff, not dealing with those emotions, but just saying, hey, get a job, get an accommodation, and everything will be sorted. That is so wrong. So the gas men were around this morning at my flat, and they were taking out my old pay-as-you-go meter and gave me a grown-up meter which I could pay by direct debit for my gas. And the reason is this: about a week or so after they rejected me for the umpteenth time of changing my meter over, even though I paid the debt off so long ago, somebody reevaluated and looked at the case, put a human element into it, and decided, actually, I've got a regular job, I get regularly paid, I pay my rent on time and all the other bits and pieces, and said, we can give this guy a meter, a proper grown-up meter, because he's acting like a grown-up now. Do you know, our system is full of outcomes and treats people as numbers, and quite often what we do is we think about the hard outcomes, about the accommodation, about the job and all the rest of it, but actually that's not what it should be. The system should be about humans and have a human element in it. In fact, a huge human element in it, because it's what's going on in here affects us on the outside and has an actual effect on the jobs and accommodation. A lot of people who don't have the opportunity to fix what's going on inside, we stick them in accommodation, give them a job, but they just come around the whole system again and end up back homeless again, or struggling with mental illness, substance and alcohol, ending up back in the criminal justice system, just because we haven't dealt with that human internal element part. So that's our thought for now. And our hope is, I guess, that we can change the system so it becomes more human and treats us like human beings. So until next time, guys, stay safe.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. No matter what.